Hey, all right now. Welcome back. Here we are. All right. Hope everything is all right. Hope everything is all right. What's up, Nathan Ramos in the house? Chilling in the cut. Merry Christmas, homie. Merry Christmas indeed. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Get the zigzag microphone unplugged from the thing. We just showed them how to make some wings, Nathan. I don't know if you caught any of that. But we were making some wings and we were using the zigzag microphone to do it with. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, got that cable wrapped like we do, and I'm going to keep it in this Crown Royal bag for safekeeping. I mean, I do all right, I guess. Not now. I don't want to connect my devices. We doing all right? I gotta respond to some people that I didn't respond to since I had notifications on silence. Hell yeah, Kayla making cookies. I just opened up the group chat and saw some dinosaurs. Oh, I see. I love that you go, you want to see a retarded unicorn and a retarded dinosaur, and Daddy goes, yes. I love that. He likes looking at shit like that. All right. Man. All right, here we go. A little G Fuel, a little PewDiePie flavor G Fuel. Get this other thing open up too. Yeah, well, he's related to a bunch of us. Hope everything is all right. Hope everything is all right. I got a thing stuck in my head. I got a thing stuck in my head. I got a thing stuck in my head. Today is the 2-year anniversary of me getting shouted out on the JRE. Blah da da na 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 na. All right, let's smoke a little more because guess what? Daddy needs it because I hate Christmas so much. It's just a thing, man. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'll tell you what it is. It's I don't feel like being around people a lot of the time. And even Kayla's here right now, my sister. And I mean, I love my family. You guys, my YouTubers have heard me say this 1,000 times. I love my family so much. Like I'm saying, it makes me emotional to think about how much I love my family. But man, and it's not. None of them grew up with the life I grew up with. You know, I know I don't expect anybody to understand it, but man, it's just when it comes time for like large family gatherings and things like that, I get the most incredible anxiety. It's just overwhelming. And I know that people who grew up, like, I don't think my parents get, I don't know that they understand like how anxiety works or like what it's like. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just foolish and think that they don't. But I just don't feel like I don't know. It's a different thing that I don't know. It's a different thing. Cut this down a little bit. There we go. Put it on low. Put that thing on low. Yeah, dude. Maybe they do get it. I just don't. It's and I know that it's more for them than for me. And I should suck it up. And I should just make it be known, like make it my point to be there. But man, I almost like had a heart attack this past week because of the shooting thing that happened. And I mean, it literally scared me to death. Like I almost cried. And, man, like I just, the anxiety is already so high right now. And last year when I tried to fly home for Christmas, all of those flights got canceled. All of the, like, it was that whole situation where, you know, all those flights got canceled and I wasn't able to get home. I never set the alarm, but it was 10:24, right? That's been 20 minutes, so that means 15 minutes is what we need to set that timer for. Right? Wasn't it? Wasn't that about right? 10:24. Was anybody here from the other stream that can confirm that was the time that it was when I put the wings down? Anyway. See, also have severe ADD. And I'm not making any excuses about, I have these sicknesses, I can't go be around my family. I'm just making I'm just making it known that, like, I don't know, I have a lot of things going on in my brain all the time that I don't know that other people have going on. I think Kayla gets it. I mean, we came from the same background. Like, my grandmother had as much of a hand in raising her as she did me. I mean, the only difference was I stayed there and they went back home and I just stayed at Granny's. That was pretty much the only difference we had growing up. But yeah, man. It just, I don't know, it just hurt. It hurts to go back home and just know that none of them are there. And I think that it really, the loudest thing in my mind when it comes to this type of thing is that the loudest memory I have of home is that I'm the only one alive. From when I think back to, like, my most comfortable time in life, living under that roof was myself, my Aunt Marie, my granny, and my pa. And all three of them are gone. I'm the only one left. And that just keeps rolling and rumbling in my head over and over. Keeps rumbling over and over again. Yeah, I know, man. That's the truth. But I know that I should make new memories with the ones that are here. And I will do that. You know, I will do that. I'm just, I'm a crazy person. I don't hide that fact. Crazy. And I just have and there's a bit of selfishness in there, which I think is one of the negative traits that I picked up from my mom. But luckily, honesty is one of the largest traits I picked up from my dad. So I can be honest about saying, "Hey, I'm kind of being selfish about this, but I don't want to go home." So, you know what's funny? I was talking to somebody about I'd have a similar like mom situation with a couple of people that I work with, and I was having a talk yesterday with one of my coworkers who I love dearly, and me and her were just comparing our situations and yada yada. Merry Christmas from Vancouver. Merry Christmas. I should put that in the chat in the title, right? It doesn't matter. It says 1224 on it. So I was talking to her about that. And then that conversation led me to another conversation with another coworker who I also love, great Greg DePaul. Great guy. And I was just talking about having, like, not wanting to have kids, not really wanting to reproduce, because I fear that there's like a scientific, there's a percentage of a chance that I could produce someone who is capable of the same types of atrocities my mom has committed on people that loved her. So I am just so terrified that I will create that. And we were talking about DNA and how, like, I think certain DNA can remember things and hold on to things. And you know what's funny is I used to look just like my mom. Like, I mean, I literally was spitting image of her. And after a while, whenever, I don't know, I just didn't, I hated that so much. I hated looking like her. And when I started growing my beard, I started looking a little bit more like my dad. And I did this aging thing the other day, or it said there's a Snapchat filter now. It's like an aging Snapchat filter. And I just look like my dad now. So I think, have I told you all of that to come back to this. Have I kind of like altered my DNA to sort of rid myself of the things that I didn't like about my mother? Have I done that? Is that a thing that can happen? I wonder. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like that's a thing that could happen, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I packed up another one of them things because it's one of them days, dude. Epigenetic inheritance. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I know that's the truth, Nathan. But I feel like that's the conversation me and Greg were having yesterday. Is that if I do, Nathan says the key is you do the opposite of what's done to you and how you were raised. And I feel like that's true, but I don't know that DNA works like that. And that's why I just had that thought a second ago, was like, does it kind of? Can it be suppressed completely? And will I be able to help? You know, what, because I feel like, you could do the same thing and people could come out hell yeah, dude. You inherited all the things you don't want from your mom. That's terrible. I hear you, Nathan. That sounds good. I'll take your word for it. Maybe I will, man. Maybe I'll find me some hussy to shack up with. That's what I fear mostly, though, is because of the situation that happened with my mom. Like, I'm sure my dad and my mom were happy or whatever at a time. Maybe not. Maybe it never happened like that. But I just remember, like, I just feel like there's a chance that I could fall in love with a person who does not return the same sentiment. And I could feel like I have found the right person. But then 2 years later, it goes to shit, and we have this child that is going to have to live through a similar situation that I did. And that terrifies me, which I honestly believe is a really mature decision to make. And that sort of thought process can only attract the type of woman who probably feels the same way, you know? Like, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got another one of them things packed up. Y'all want to hit it? How about let's give you a 30-second heads up? I don't know. That's why I do these things, though, so that I can, like, see what's inside my head. Usually, and I give this advice to a lot of people all the time. And I'll honestly give this advice to you. I'll probably clip this out because this is an important thing. If you have, like, issues in your mind and or you have any kind of issues in, like with depression and anxiety and just things that bother you, those are usually a result of something that you haven't unpacked in your mind. And sitting down and talking just to a camera, whether you're streaming it to people or whether you're just recording it, it helps. And I think one of the best pieces of advice I give people regularly is set up a camera, talk to it, and then after you get done talking to it, 1,000% chance that you feel better about yourself. And watch it again. Watch it over. Hear yourself say those things. Watch yourself come to these realizations on your own without anybody's help. And I just say, just start talking. Don't make a plan. Don't have notes next to you. Just set up a camera and start talking, and these things will come out of you. They really will. And I find that to be so much more helpful than any kind of, like, medication, other than the green tea, obviously. But, like, that's my constant. I'm an addict, and this is the only safe thing that I can be addicted to that also feels like something that I shouldn't do in a way, if that makes any sense. Like, I should do it, and I feel like I should, and because I feel like I should, and it's a safe thing, I can rationalize it. But it's best, that's so much better, just talking to a camera and letting your brain unload everything that it has in it. I did this in my podcast, the MI stuff, for a really long time. And I'm telling you, it has brought me to the place that I am today mentally, which I'm very proud of, even though I'm pretty fragile at times, which is not a thing that a real man should say. But it's the truth. It's really the truth. And, like, though I'm pretty fragile at times, I would choose this version of me other than any version that has ever existed mentally. I would definitely choose earlier physical version, but dude, I'm telling you, man, like, if you just talk to the camera. There was this thing that we used to do when I was growing up called, Kayla's here, she knows this. I usually make all of these references about when I was growing up that nobody would understand. It's actually cool that Kayla's here. So we used to do this thing. My dad is a member of this community called the Emmaus community, which is, without going too far into detail, it is like almost an elite group within the Christian religion that brings people to retreats and gives them a one-on-one experience over the course of a weekend with God. Anyway, I did the youth version of this called Chrysalis, and while I was there, we did this thing where we wrote down on a piece of paper the thing that bothered us the most. Like something that, like the worst thing we had ever done, or like just kind of things like that. And we wrote these down on a piece of paper, and then we had this ceremonial burning of the thing. So it's almost like a physical action that removes the attribute, or removes that sort of I don't know. Does this make any sense? It's like you're doing a physical action to sort of represent like a mental cleanse. But I tell people, watch the video, see what you said, hear yourself, and then you don't have to post it anywhere. Sometimes you could just delete it. I like to save these things, and I've streamed most of these unloading of thoughts. So that's a thing that works, and I encourage everybody who has any sort of like issues, especially this time of year. We're all going through it, man. Every single person that I know is going through it. Like comedians, like people that you would not expect to be going through these things are going through them. Like, I mean, like I've had some conversations with like pretty popular people lately that have like, I've given this very advice to people that you would not expect. You know what I mean? We're all going through it. Everybody thinks they're in the way. Everybody is self-conscious about their place in life. Everybody thinks everyone else is mad at them. Everybody feels the same way. We're all in it. Like, it's fine. It's going to be okay. In the words of the great and powerful Mumford Davis, it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. My alarm just went off to go flip the chickens. Let's hit this sparky spark, sparky, 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 sparky. Sparky, spark, sparky. Sparky, spark, and sparky, sparky, sparky. Sparky, sparky. Sparky, 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 sparky. Sparky. Sparky, 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 sparky. Sparky, sparky. Sparky, sparky. GB time. Amir gets it. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Like, you not only get like some sort of like a type of validation, from it, but you get to see that you're not in it alone, you know. You don't have to go it alone. Oh, it's you when I look in the mirror. And it's you when I pick up the phone. Sometimes you can't make it on your own. Okay. Ever play any? I haven't played any more Hogwarts yet. But I've been waiting for an expansion that hasn't come out quite yet. I have to go flip these wings right now. Here's what I'm doing. I am going bam live on Instagram. I am now live. We are now live on Instagram. Let's go flip some wings. I'll be right back to you guys on YouTube. And if you guys are on Instagram and you want to come and hang out with us on YouTube, you come and do it, okay? That's really weird. I'm sorry you had to join to that, McDougal and Miles. Anyway, all right. Roll Tide to you. I'll be right back to the YouTube. But if you want to jump over here, I'm going to be here. All right. Where's the flip flops? There they are. Because we got to go outside and flip some wings. Hell yeah. I am streaming on YouTube. I'm in the process right now of Oh, it sounds like I'm in a tunnel. Hold on. Hold on. Hold everything. dude. Viva sucks. So if you're here and you're not already on YouTube looking at where I have a pile of dirty socks and a couple of pairs of pajama shorts and pants, yep, then by all means, I'm jumping back on YouTube. You know what? Here, let's say bye to Corky real quick. Let's let Corky come in here and say bye with us. Oh, I'm not going to be able to hear him because... Oh, I can hear him. Hey, what's up, Corkster? I won't tell anybody. Your secret is safe with me. The old Corky Corksters. I'll tell you what's going on. I'm about to end this stream, but before I do, we're going to take a GB. Yeah, well, it'll take me a second too, so... Yeah, it'll take me a second too. I was flipping some wings. Corky here knows about some wings. He knows about cooking. Nice. Also, we're back on YouTube as well. You guys can't see what I'm doing over here on Instagram. The YouTube people can't see that I'm on what I'm doing on Instagram, but I'm here with Corky. Say hey to YouTube, Corky. Could you guys hear Corky say, what's the buzz?
What's the buzz? I'm here out in L.A.
Yeah, Corky's out there in L.A. Look at him. Yeah, is there a car chase going on out there? Oh, that sucks. It's weird that there's a car chasing you. Oh, I'm setting this up on the lighter that I need to spark this thing. I'm sparking this GB. You getting chased by a car, then a dog? Who are you, the kid from Paperboy? That's such a spot-on reference, by the way. Yeah, the Grim Reaper. A lady with a knife. But, Corky, I got, hey, sponsored the Zigzag. The great and powerful Zigzag folks got us hooked up with this awesome microphone that you guys can hear us on right now. Who is that guy? I don't know, but he's their new guy.
You know, that kind of reminds me of that Captain Ed guy.
It might be.
That'd be crazy if that was.
Yes, you got it. Zigzag papers. Roll them up tight. You got it. Positive push. Yes. Steven, Brody Stevens. Well, Corky, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. I love you. It's good to see you. I'm jumping back on YouTube. If you want to hop in over there, I'll be there.
Okay, I'll jump there.
Roll Tide.
Later, dude.
Later, buddy. The great Corky Corkster, Owl Movement. We're going to share that video. Why not? I need to keep it for the video, or I can just take that process and speed it up about 8 times. All right. Not now. Don't make it weird. You know, I'm going to just leave the Zigzag mic. But I have to pack it up because this is one of those things that I just got to do. Because I gotta. Because I gotta. Oh, yeah. Because I gotta. You got it. Connor Mills. He gets it. Paperwork. Yes. You got it. Positive push. I get BO in the shower. Yes. I drive a 2003 Toyota Avalon leather exterior. We got to pull some of this microphone cord up here. That way we can wrap this thing a little more loosely. Arms crossed. Negative energy. You got it. You got it. All right, we're back here now. We've done the flipping. It's been at least 5 minutes, so we're going to set this timer to 30 minutes. Start. So we've got 30 minutes. And then we're going to go and toss the wings. See, I shouldn't have packed up the mic because I'm going to have to record the tossing of the wings. I'm so stupid. I'll just unpack it next time. They're like, oh, you can pack up the microphone as soon as you get done using it, but why do you leave the pile of socks in the floor? Because that's where I stomp on the floor, slide my feet out of them, and they stay where they are. That's how I take off my socks. I stomp, and then I slide my feet back. I stomp on the carpet grips the sock, and I slide my feet out of them. That's how I do it. I should have re-upped on this thing. I wish there were a way I could just connect to this wirelessly. I'm sure there is. Like, I'm sure there's like a USB antenna and then like a receiver iPhone jack that I could plug in that would make this a wireless thing up to like however many yards. How's it going in the Dirty Myrtle? In the old PI? In the old MI? In the Grand Strand area, Connor Mills? It's East Coast Christmas, by the way. It's Christmas there. Merry Christmas to you, Connor. And Kayla, it's Christmas where you're at now, too. Where are the rest of y'all at? Is it Christmas where you're at yet? If it is Christmas where you're at, Merry Christmas. I hope this is one to remember for a number of reasons. I want a Mexican radio. Merry Christmas there, Brother Justin. Want a Mexican, whoa, radio. All right. I don't know why I packed up another one of these things, but this thing isn't called like chat in chat. You know, it's not called knit a sweater in chat. You know, it's not called fix the lawnmower on the back porch chat. It's not watch a candle burn in chat. It's a smoke in chat. We're here to smoke. I just got a good pop in my neck, dog. It's made me lightheaded. Wow. That was nice. Light them up, dude. We're going right back in it. We're going right back in it. Corky, if you're out there, we're going right back in it. I know Corky's always down to share in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Something stuck in my fan, making my fan holler. My fan's hollering. Why this fan out here trying to holler? That's nice. Considering the things the priest could have given, a 5-minute fire safety course is really cool. Really cool thing to get. Man. That was a good one. I mean, for real. 25 minutes. We'll go do the flip. Yeah. Maybe I'll Ooh, this phone's got to be plugged in. Okay, we're at 33%. Let's pull the brightness all the way down. We got do not disturb on. There we go. A lot of the time when I'm not streaming, my phone is in do not disturb. The brightness is turned all the way down. It is to stop me from getting distracted by what I'm doing to look at it. I just started watching this really cool thing on Netflix called This Is Our Planet with Morgan Freeman. And really good so far. I like the fact that they go all the way back. Like they go all the way back to the beginning of like the origin of life in water. It's really cool. It's like some of that brainless stuff. And by brainless, I don't mean like it's really educational, and I mean it does teach you things, but things that you can watch and your brain is just turned off, and it's like you don't have to. You know what I mean? When I say brainless, I don't mean like it's just like brainless activity could or like watching people cook things. Like there's just a brainless thing to be able to consume. Like it doesn't take any brain power to enjoy it is what I mean. But I like that kind of thing. The only thing is like I wish it were more I wish it were more informative and more educational. But I only watched the first episode, and then I see that it's going to go break down the things that it explains in the first episode. So, like, the first episode, it's done like an essay. Like, in the first paragraph, it told you everything it's going to tell you, and then in the interior paragraphs, it like explains the thing that it tells you it's going to explain, I guess. So they did a documentary in like essay format, which is neat. But I've only seen the first episode where they describe everything. And then when I finished, I said, okay, now let's return to the very beginning, to when life initially formed in water. And I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Marcus told me about it at work. Marcus Oland. Follow him on Instagram, Marcus Oland. His fiance is a great and powerful Genevieve Clinton. Also follow her, C Genevieve, at C Genevieve. Well, me and Marcus were talking about. He was like, "You need to watch. Have you seen that this is our planet?" And I was like, "Nah." I saw that it was a thing, but I've seen those things before. I know the story. And he's like, "Nah, dude, this goes all the way back." And me and him both love Jurassic Park. Like, we went and saw a live action Jurassic Park thing this year. And we were the only, I think, single heterosexual men that were at this thing. Not a couple. Like, there were couples with Jurassic Park shirts on that probably thought it was going to be something different. But we were 3 grown men that walked into this thing, and dude, it is a shitload of kids. A lot of families, a lot of kids. A little awkward. Mumford had just grown that giant mustache, and he's just bouncing around like with that big old John Candy mustache. And Marcus has got a beard longer than mine, and then I look like me. So it's like a bobsled coach, a regular size garden gnome, and a fucking Hagrid walking into a giant arena with a bunch of kids. It was weird. But anyway, we're into Jurassic Park. And this thing goes back and describes like dinosaurs and shit. It's really cool. Yeah. I tried to talk about that on stage, but it didn't come across as funny as it does when I'm talking about it like this. I wish I could figure out a way to talk about it like this up there, or I'm just being real, which I've been doing that a lot lately. I dedicated, I think, all the sets that I did this week, I tried to say something, like every set that I did this week, I tried to say something like honest. Like I tried to tell a real story from life. And ever since the shooting happened, I figured like I tried to talk about that. I've heard a lot of other people talk about it, but nobody had my perspective of it but me. So I've been like using the old Cam Patterson has been doing this recently, but it's a thing where a lot of comedians use the bones of this format where they'll go like tone changes, speaking to the audience seriously. I'm going to tell you guys a real story from my life. And then I'll go on about like, I just survived the shooting the other night. Or no, I don't say it like that first. I set it up differently. I set it up like, I saw a guy get shot last week. And that immediately hushes the crowd, which is kind of what I want to do for this joke. I just saw a guy get shot this week. Crowd hushes. And I was sitting right across the street from it. Happened right out there. And crowd is like, they're waiting now at this point. So then I say, couple hours later, I was walking back to my truck and I almost got ran over by a dude with a goatee driving a Miata. And that usually gets a little bit of a chuckle and wakes him back up a little bit. Then I go, how embarrassing would it be? They wake up a little bit more. If I survived a shooting only to get run over by a dude with a goatee driving a fucking Miata. And by that point, I've gotten something out that was real, but I've also kind of accomplished a way to make it funny, which worked the other night when I did it. And it was the first time I had done that before. I came off, it was a really good set. I had a really good set. I've listened to it a couple times, and that's how you know it's a good set, is if you listen to it more than once. But I had a really good set, a lot of fun, and I got off and I was talking to the guy that run the show, Zach Black, and I was like, yeah, man, dude, that was like all new stuff. Like that was pretty much all like brand new. Like I was all saying that pretty much for the first time that way. Like I had said the whole like I almost got shot and then almost got ran over thing before, but that was the first time that I'd personalized it as like, dude, I would rather get shot than die from an import. Like, come on. I don't know. Love you back, Kayla. Merry Christmas from Austin. Miss you too. Night night. Night night. I say that to people whenever they leave. Night night. Night night. In real life, I say that to people. Yeah. But I don't know. I was just having fun and just stretching the story a little bit and kind of I don't know. Yeah, just stretching the story a little bit. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check the. I'll be right back. I have to go check the pellets and make sure they're not running low. Yo. I am so glad I did that. Bro. Man. That was literally the cooker is set on 255 and it had dropped to 250 because it had just run out. Like the trough, the trough pulls like a hole, so there'll still be some built up around the side, so you can scoop that back down. But I went ahead and just topped it off. Man, now we're back. That was a good thing. I think. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I've gotten some the applewood, some of the applewood, some cherry woods. Not cherry wood. What is it? I got it off of Amazon. And I think it was Traeger brand. What was it? Their signature blend, 100%. It doesn't say. It just says their signature blend. Whatever that is. Let me look at the picture on the bag. Oh, maple, cherry, artisanal hardwood blend. So a little maple, a little cherry, a little artisanal hardwood blend. But yeah, Mesquite's good. But I don't know, because I know the wood is gonna flavor them a certain way. No, whether it's the maple or the cherry, but I never really put too much thought into that because I'm already seasoning them with like my own blend of. I forgot the Old Bay earlier, guys. Oh well, we'll be fine. I forgot to do the Old Bay. Damn it. It's not too late. I can toss it on a little bit when I toss them. That'll be fine. It would have been nice to... GB cap fell. It would have been nice to have it smoke with the Old Bay, though. We got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes till tossing time. That's what I'm going to do. There's a handful of us here. We got about 10 more minutes. I'll probably do another GB or so within that time, and then we will do what we had done to start with. We are at 47% now. We got 10 more minutes. Shit. I wonder if, because the last time we streamed, I streamed the Thanksgiving thing on YouTube, and audio was bad. I really need a cable that can plug into the 1/8 inch recording thing, because I've got a dongle for that to where I can charge and use the microphone at the same time. Shit. So I'll be at 50% battery. And I can... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing some thinking, and I'm a little bit high. I did not read the lyrics to it yet. I saw that you sent it, but I didn't read them yet. Yeah, that should work. 50%. That it'll probably have to be in low power mode the entire time, and it might go well past 20%. But I should be able to get all of the grilling. Yeah. That should work. So, yes, we got, 7 minutes now? Yeah, give or take. 7 minutes, and I'm going to transfer all of this outside. I'll pack up another one of these things now that I've gotten that mental issue handled. I'm sorry, I shorted out for a little bit there for a minute. I was trying to figure out, shit, what can I do? Is there a way? And there isn't. Because I looked for the zigzag microphone. The cable options that I have are like USB-C and USB and Lightning, which is what the iPhone uses, is Lightning input. I have this guy right here, which is Lightning and 1/8 inch. So I've got these inputs, but I need two of that one, two of this, two of those. Because the microphone also has that input. So I need that. It's a cheap thing. It's on Amazon. I just have to order it. I haven't done it yet. But that way I could charge my phone and use the microphone at the same time. That way we would never be stopped. We can never be stopped. We can never be stopped, Marty. They'll never stop us, Morty. What do we got? 5 minutes now. Let's take this last little swig of the G Fuel. I use the OG OBS. I use a regular ass OBS, dude. Yep. And I honestly, I've updated it past to where I want. Like I'm on version 29, the 64-bit version. But I know a lot of people that like to use the Streamlabs. Like my roommate, Tony Fat Hands, he uses Streamlabs. But myself and JP upstairs also uses this version of OBS, which I like, man. I don't know. It's like, this is almost like the back end version without the dressing, you know? This is like none of the nonsense. I wonder how much this phone can't be too charged right now because it's also streaming video and it's plugged into a USB from the computer, which doesn't draw as much power as coming straight out of the wall. 52%. This is charging really slowly. Wonder why that is. OBS is great if you never update it. That's the truth. Only those who know. Like, yeah, just... I think I said something to JP about that when we did the last podcast. He was like, yeah, I got to update OBS again. And I was like, bro, don't. Save it. Just ignore every time. Just leave it alone. Trust me. Leave it alone. That's why I say it's updated past where I want it. I would rather have this version of OBS I first downloaded on this computer. I would rather have that than what I have now. But what I have now is fine. You just have to... It resets little stupid things that you had changed, and it's really annoying. Really annoying. Really incredibly annoying. 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Let's spark up this bad boy right here, and then that'll give me enough time to get this thing ended and the other thing started before that alarm goes off. 2 minutes is enough. All right. I'll see you guys on the other side if you want to jump back in. We're going to switch to mobile and we're going to the grill. Roll Tide.